Greetings, fair earthlings. I am Smelly B, and I'd like to welcome you either to or back to my channel where the topic of conversation is all fragrance, all the goddamn time. Leading with my housekeeping as usual. I think I forgot to say so in my last video, but I am not an expert. Not claiming to be, not training to be. I'm not a niche snob by any means. I'm talking about affordable, accessible fragrances for the everyday, average fragrance wearer, such as myself. Okay? Okay. All right? Haven't gotten that out of the way. How y'all doing? I hope you are well. I hope the week has treated you well. I'm doing okay. Amen. Amen. This week I just want to talk about, since Valentine's Day is coming up, I'll hop on the bandwagon and be cliche and talk about fragrances I think are good fits for date nights. Now, that is not to say these are the best fragrances ever for a Valentine's night. These are the best fragrances from my collection based on my taste and my mood at the time right now. I don't know if I'm going to go through all of the ones I pulled. I'll just do a couple because I don't want the video to go too long. One of y'all got on me in the comments a couple of videos ago. This is too long for a fragrance video, first of all. But also, you know, I'll take the feedback. So let's see, where to begin. One I think is an easy grab is Tocade by Rochas. This one's nice. It's just a very pretty, feminine, creamy, sort of lactonic floral to me. I don't know if it has any lactonic notes, and I didn't pull the notes for all of these. For some I did, but that's a sort of sidebar. How important to y'all is it that I actually go through the notes listings? Does that matter to y'all so much as what I think it smells like? You know what I mean? I feel like sort of reading out the notes is, so what, you know? This one's beautiful. It's a very powdery lactonic floral to my nose. Ambery. It's just a really delicious, easy grab. I would say it could be considered a crowd-pleasing fragrance. I don't know that everyone would agree, but for me, this is an easy reach. I really, really like this one. I think that if Valentine's Day comes and you can't decide and you happen to own this, this is an easy, dumb grab. For a more polarizing pick, Alien Goddess, the Intense version. I think this fragrance is so sexy. I like this one a lot. I do think it has an air of maturity about it. It's not like I feel like the original Alien Goddess is a little more accessible in terms of the spectrum of age. I feel like this one is going to be a little more appealing to a more mature sort of fragrance palette, if you will. It's got the same, what I like to call electric jasmine that's in the DNA of the original Alien. That jasmine is just so heady, shrill, and sparkly to me. That's here, but it's surrounded also by coconut. And I think it has a bergamot, and there's jasmine tea. And I forget what the breakdown of the base notes is for this, but I think this is a beautiful fragrance. It grew on me. I'm trying to think I think it's the Goddess. I'm thinking about that at first sniff. Back when it came out, I was not. It was like, okay, what's the big deal? But both of them, as the bottles are sad, because they have Goddess as well, have just become beautiful over time. This is a very yummy, bubblegummy, jasmine-y, just good fragrance to me. So I like that one for Valentine's Day. I like that one. I probably say even more for a Galentine's Day than a Valentine's Day date. Like maybe more for hanging with the girls, you know, hitting the streets, hanging out, yada, yada, yada. More for that than sitting up under a man, because this might not be a cuddle up kind of fragrance. This is more one that plays well, you know, better in the airs. The magic is in the sillage for that one. Another one, Idolo Loving Crime. This is a beautiful, yummy, sweet, sophisticated gourmand to me. It's very reminiscent of Love Don't Be Shy because it's got orange in the top, blood orange, I think. It's got chocolate in it, and I think, did I write down the because there's a couple of these fragrances I actually did scribble down notes for because I couldn't pick them out myself. I think this one is the blood mandarin, pink pepper in the top, and the mids are sugar, star. Yeah, that's this one. Sugar, star anise, and florals, and then the base is vanilla and cacao. This one's just scrumptious. This is an easy grab for a date night. I can see this one being quite crowd pleasing, much like Love Don't Be Shy is. They're not the same. It's not a dupe by any means, so don't interpret it that way. But I can see them being sisters, sort of in that same vein, same vibe. So Idolo Loving Crime, that's a good one. Revisiting, I spoke in my last video about, and shout out to you again, homegirl, for reminding me that I had this in my collection. Rebel by Rihanna. This is just good. I've just been on this since, like, for the past week or so. Just been falling in love with it all over again. It's the strawberry for me, the chocolate. So good. I forget what the rest of the notes breakdown is for this one, but you can revisit my last video. Perhaps I'll relink it where I actually talk about what the notes are. But this one, I think, is just a sexy, succulent, venti, nice evening date wear fragrance. Rebel by Rihanna. Love Fast Burning Cherry by Kayali. This one I think is a good grab for Valentine's Day. It's got that big, robust, as Tony Baker would say, cherry profile, but it's got like a nice clarifying sort of boundary in the Palo Santo that's in this. I just think it's beautiful, and this one is one that I get complimented on when I wear this. As always, there's never a time I wear this out of the house and somebody doesn't pull me aside to say, "It smells so good, what do you have on?" So that's this. But I also, when I wear this, I like to layer it, double the dose of cherry. I like to layer it with Cherry Smoothie from Zara. They just play well together to me. They do something really nice to one another. But they both are wonderful on their own as well. So Kayali Love Fest Burning Cherry, wonderful for Valentine's Day evening. Trying to see which other ones of these I want to do. I sort of went back and forth about pulling this one, but Gourmand Bakhoor. This is a very polarizing fragrance to me. If you don't like a really, really true to life gourmand, something that's just plain old sweet and foodie, you may not care for this. Gourmand Bakhoor is, for me, it is thicker than a Snicker. It is like a bowl of day old oatmeal. It is thick, very lactonic and creamy. It is caramel. It is brown sugar to me. It is buttery. It's all of that. It's got a hint of smoke in it to me. It is not for no punk. Like this is I say thicker than this nigga. If that's you, you know what I mean? Nice and big old scrumptious, voluptuous. You know what I mean? I can just see it playing well with a nice skin tight little something, something. You got body. I feel like you can pull off Gourmand Bakhoor. I think it'll match it just fine. I like this. I'm not always, it doesn't always suit me. You know, my whole vibe and aesthetic, I'm more like a dirty patchouli, leathery kind of girl. But this is thick and just scrumptious sweet. So I think it might play nicely on, you know, somebody's man might like this, you know, sprayed on in the right places and, you know, wafted in the wind and such. Gourmand Bakhoor by Jousset, that is. What else do I want to actually show? Jimmy Choo, I Want You, as I did recommend also in my last video. I think this is an easy, crowd-pleasing, easy reach fragrance for Valentine's Day. Relatively cost-efficient as well. This one is, for this, I forget how many ounces this is. It's like 1.7, this is 1.3, and I think it's like 60 bucks or something like that. I really can't remember how much I pay for this, but it's lovely. I really like this. The original I Want You, I think, is a great day night fragrance as well. But this one is good. Jimmy Choo, I Want You Forever. There's I Want You, then I Want You Forever, and that's this. I will, again, I'll link the video that has, I already went through the notes breakdown, so I won't do it again, but that one is a cherry fragrance as well, but it's got rose in the top. It's really nice. Mugler Aura Sensuale. There's a regular Aura that's in that very radioactive green, sort of same style bottle, but that was like really, really true green. This is more powdery, musky, but also still green. It's got cinnamon leaf, and it's just good. I really like this one. This one, the sillage on this one is really beautiful. It's not really a up close and sniffy kind of fragrance. This is the magic is in the air for this. I think this is a beautiful evening fragrance. If you're perfume shy, if you don't really like perfumes, but you want to smell like something, I think this is a good way to go. It's not light by any means. It's definitely got some heft to it. So you don't need to overspray, but just a couple of, you know, and, you know, it's good. Aura, Mugler's Aura Sensuale, that one is. I also pulled L'Entre de Rouge by Givenchy. I think this one is nice. This one is leaning more away from like that foodish type of sweet and more into a more floral kind of sweet powdery fragrance. It's a bubblegummy tuberose. It's got blood orange, I don't know if it's got pink pepper or anything of that sort. I didn't pull the notes listing for this, but I'm pretty confident in that there's blood orange tuberose as notes in this fragrance. For me, it comes across like root beer. Like it smells, it's very much like a more modern version of like old school Taboo. Like this is a sort of more refined, perfected, elevated, modernized version of that, in my opinion, to my nose. And it a little more polarizing. This isn't like an easy, crowd pleasing, easy grab fragrance. This is, you know, definitely for a more refined palate, a little more mature. But I think it's a nice evening, Valentine's evening fragrance for, you know, a mature, more sophisticated palate for a grown woman. Now these last few I'm gonna name are ones that I had my my baby buddy come over and sniff from the whole bunch to tell me which ones is a man, like with his own nose, which were his favorites from the bunch. So I'll give y'all those. First up is Yes I Am by Cacharel. Yes I Am. This one is Yes I Am. Which one? Because I think they all have different names. There are letters here. I know they are. I just can't make out what they are. Like, but this is the bottle. This is Yes I Am, which I'm not sure, but see if I can remember what this smells like. Yeah, this is super sweet. This is a very, very fruity floral, sweet, you know, typical fruity floral situation. None of the notes stick out for me because I didn't pick a reference Fragrantica ahead of time for this one to be able to tell you, you know, what the actual notes are. For me, my nose is just a rich fruity floral. It's nice. It doesn't smell childish per se. I don't know. I'm gonna grab, you know, this one. I rarely grab this fragrance. I've had it for quite some time, and I just don't reach for it. But it is a nice one. I think this will be an easy grab for a lot of people. I should have pulled the notes for y'all. I'm sorry. Yes, I Am by Cacharel. This Reminiscence, I think this one is Guimauve by Reminiscence. This is that really powdery marshmallow candy smelling. This is one of my favorite things. I agree with them on this one. I like this one a whole lot. He said this one is one that makes him think of laying down. This is a good nuzzle in your neck kind of fragrance, like nice cuddle fragrance. And I agree 1000%. It's cozy, like a sweater. It's powdery. It's got a sweetness to it. It's playful. It's flirty. It's just a beautiful, yummy gourmand fragrance. That is Reminiscence, Guimauve, I believe it is. And I forget what the notes true are, but I'm telling you what it smells like to my nose. It's marshmallowy, almondy, powdery, musky, just delicious, little flirty, wonderful, sweet, sweet fragrance. We have, this is another one of my favorite things, Angel Muse, but this is the EDT. The EDP is a little different in the profile. I think that's a little more sweet, a little more like vanilla-y, nutty. This one at least a little more citrus and it's got a little more sort of bright, if you will. The notes on the top of this are passion fruit, mandarin orange, and lemon. Like I said, it's a little more sort of a robust citrus-leading opening. In the mids are hazelnut, cocoa spread, and cassis. I think it has hazelnut in common with the EDP. I think the EDP has hazelnut, cocoa, yada in it as well. And then the base is vetiver, akigala wood. That's where I come in. I'm a sucker for akigala wood. I love that peppery, really sharp profile that comes with it. Vetiver, akigala wood, chocolate, and caramel. This one here, it's perfection to me. This is one of my favorite fragrances out of my entire collection. I love wearing this. When I wear it, I often layer it. I had this banana oil I got from a random oil stand, but they just play so nicely together. It brings it home. But this one does not need any help. It really don't need the banana oil, but that's just how I wear it. Angel Muse, the EDT. It's the one that looks more pink. You'll know it's the EDT because it's pink. I think the EDP is a little more ambery in color. This one here, this is a bad girl. And lastly, Prada. That last one that came out, Prada. What they call this thing? Prada. What did they call it? Like that? I forget the full. name of this? Because there's another Prada that's just called Prada. This one is, I'll put it in the comments, in the actual description, what the full name of this is, or what that sort of, how do you tell it from, just because I wore Prada and it wasn't this. At any rate, this one is a crowd pleaser. Dumb reach. It smells to my nose like a combination of everything popular, like your My Way mixed with everything else doggone popular. Like, it's got that, just a very crowd pleasing, soapy, sweet, fruity sort of profile. Not super fruity to my nose, but it is easy grab, very, very pleasant, beautiful, girly, feminine, flirty fragrance to me. I want to say this, it's not just called Prada. What else is in the name of this? Let's see. I don't know why I always try to see these little stickers they put on the, who can't read it? Why do they print stickers this damn small for anything? Can't nobody read this, even with good eyes. Yada yada yada. Anyway, this one. Now I got a small one. They come in a big, pretty, chunky bottle as well. But I just got a small one because I don't need a full size of anything at this point in my fragrance career, if you will. But I think I'm gonna stop there. I pulled a couple of other things, but I don't think they're super worth mentioning. Maybe I will mention this one because this one is just a sexy beast to me. I love this one. It's a old school. I forget what the year of launch for Mambo was, but it's not new. It's not a contemporary fragrance, but it's still good to me. It stands the test of time. Very mango-y, very spicy and peppery for me. It's got a lot of heat to it, to my nose. It's tropical, but it's got a lot of heat. It makes me, like, I think I've reviewed this one on camera before, and to my nose, it smells like one of those Mexican lollipops, where it's got sort of the mango-y fruit, but then it's surrounded by, like, the hot chili pepper. That's what this smells like to me. And I think it's a badass. I really, really like this one. Matter of fact, I like this one. I just like smelling it. All right. Oh, that's good. That's Mambo. I think it's Liz Claiborne. Yeah. I think it's Liz Claiborne's Mambo. So I mentioned that one as an honorable mention because I know it's not going to be for everybody to know, but it is for mine for sure. All right, what y'all rocking on Valentine's Day? Well, who you got your date planned? Are you gonna be with your significant other? Are you gonna have a Valentine situation like me? It's been a couple years for Valentine's for me, but it's okay because I'm believing God. Amen. Mine will come, but for this year I will enjoy my own beautiful scent bubble. And I hope you all do as well. I hope you are feeling yourself. I hope you're looking cute and feeling yourself, and somebody's treating you well. And all that good stuff. But holla at me. You know any of these? What are y'all wearing? What do you recommend? Blah, blah, blah. Same as usual. If you just want to say, hey, feel free. Engage me in the comments. I always look forward to it. And until next upload, deuces.